In California, this is how you can go pretty much for free. You got to apply for what's called a Promise Grant, and there are 4 different types of those. Promise Grants waive the $46 per unit fee that California residents must pay for registering for classes. If you're eligible for one of these Promise Grants, then you pay $0 per unit. So basically, you had your tuition waived. Now, Promise Grants are not open to non-residents of California, including international students. So those types of students don't qualify. You must be considered a California resident for tuition purposes. Now, that doesn't mean college is completely free. It's just you're not paying for classes. The first type of Promise Grant is called the Promise Grant A. That is reserved for people who are receiving any type of government assistance, such as general assistance, TANF, CalWORKS, SSI, or SSP. If you're receiving this kind of assistance, then guess what? You're going to qualify for a Promise Grant A, and your fees are going to get waived. So you're going to pay that $0 per unit. The second type of Promise Grant is the Promise Grant B. That one is based on family size and income. There is a sliding scale, so the bigger your family is, the more income you can make. But once you exceed that income, then you don't qualify for the B. An example of the sliding scale is a family size of 1 person. You can't really exceed $19,000. If your family size of 5 people, you can't really exceed $42,000 per year. Don't worry if you don't qualify for the first 2, because you might qualify for the third, which is called Promise Grant C. For that Promise Grant, you got to submit either the FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, or the California DREAM Act. If the government determines that you still have unmet need, then they'll go ahead and award a Promise Grant C, which will also waive your tuition. Now, the last type of Promise Grant is a local district Promise Grant. These vary within the 72 districts in California, so you got to make sure you double check with your financial aid office about their local Promise Grants if you didn't qualify for either the A, B, or C. For example, at my district, we go ahead and waive the fees of all first-time in college students. Doesn't matter how old you are, etc. If it's your first time in college and you're going to be going full-time, which is 12 units or more, my district will go ahead and waive the fees for up to 2 years. This really is helpful for people who are middle and high income and don't qualify for the low income stuff. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter which Promise Grant you got because they all do the same thing. They waive the $46 per unit fee that California residents pay for tuition. For more helpful tips like this, check out my other videos. Also, download the Techo Guide app that I'm building, and I'm adding schools to that every single month, so make sure you check back often. And lastly, share these videos with people you love because they need to get their butts back into school too. Don't forget to follow me, and I'll see you at graduation.